Live at 5, it's Offer Review, and we got a bunch of interesting things to talk about today. One of the things that a lot of people were noticing is that there was a pocket dimension that showed up in the game yesterday, and then it was removed several hours ago. We got a notice from Community Manager Archangel. It says, the timer for pocket dimension was unintended. We have removed the timer from the game. We apologize that it appeared early. But no, we are going to do a pocket dimension before the end of the month, as long as no unforeseen issues surface. At the time of writing, we fully intend to bring it to you very soon. It will not be in this Friday's blog, but hopefully the following one, just before the end of the month. We appreciate everyone's patience. We know this is a highly desired event and are working diligently to put the finishing touches on this so that you can enjoy it by the end of the month. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully that comes true. Also, there's some issue. I don't want to call it a bug, but I got to give a shout out to Tana that identified and is providing some explanation on the correct placement or better placement. I don't know if correct placement, best placement, because I think there's a lot of different ones that you can do. Hulkbusters, Viz are bugged. Nah, here's how to fix it. Okay, so here's the thing is that there's this, and big shout out to Tana for all this because I did not know this. There's an order of operation which starts over here and works this way. And then there's a very specific things that trigger with Viv and Hulkbuster when they drop below 50%. Specifically when Hulkbuster drops below 50%. And when he drops below 50%, he loses taunt. And then he applies offense down for 2 turns to all enemies. Now, what happens is if Viv is on the other side, so let's say Hulkbuster's in position 1 and Viz on position 5, she triggers first and she puts him into stealth, which removes taunt, which causes that passive on Hulkbuster to put the offense down to not apply to the enemies. So the correct way to, if you want that passive to work, she has to be, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you could put Hulkbuster in number 2, Hulkbuster in number 3. It doesn't matter as long as she is before him. And I'm just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if Hulkbuster is over here and she's over there, it won't trigger correctly. And I do like the placement of this team right here. The idea is that Vision has a 25% dodge chance. He taunts, so that kind of throws off chains. Some people will put Deathlock in the middle. That way, when Deathlock goes first, he gives energy to Vision, and then Vision will be able to ultimate turn 1. But largely, I feel like this is the optimal placement. Some people may switch out Deathlock and Iron Man. There's probably 10 or so good placements on this team. I need to play it more myself before I have a definitive, but for sure, make sure she is in a closer position than Hulkbuster if you want the Hulkbuster passive right here to trigger. That has to do with the order of operations in game. Who would have known, right? Time to add the superior gear bottom link now, please. Well, and this is a post mostly about orange gear and SBCs. With the addition of gear tier 17 and gear tier 16 becoming slightly more farmable, I believe it's time to end the superior gear bottleneck. Maybe that's going to happen, and I'm going to talk about why here in a moment. We're down the same path of purple gear, and now it's time to make orange gear far more easier to farm. For example, increase the actual amount that is purchased in all the stores with money. That's what they're doing. I know that's not what he meant. Increase the amount farmed in the campaign nodes, decrease the cost, and increase the actual amount purchasable with Ultimate's credits, so on and so on and so on. Yeah, they're doing some things right now. Check this out. $100 offer for what, 2,500 each of those catalysts, and then there's also another $100 offer. And we're going to talk about these $100 offers here in a minute, but there's one right here, $100 offer for 6,000 SBCs. So it seems to me when they start, selling things like this in bulk amounts, they're trying to flush out those final amounts, and maybe they will make it more available, free to play or through normal gameplay. One would hope, but we don't know. Also, Hulk and global DD5 nodes. This post made me very happy to read that Hulk is very useful in Dark Dimension 5. After changing course and deciding to take Hulk into DD5 instead of Lady Deathstrike, I am happy to confirm that he is an absolute beast. Boy, this is a great post. Thank you so much, Rio Fury. Currently using Hulk, Doom, Sharon, Maria, and Captain Sam in that order, and it's a relatively enjoyable experience so far. I 2-shot node 7, excellent, and 4-shot node 8, excellent. And then he's comfortably on his third attack going on. So if you're thinking about the dive into double dip with the Hulk for Apocalypse, it's definitely worth the investment. Yeah, because Hulk is a member of the third Horseman's team. So you pretty much, in the path towards getting Apocalypse, you're going to be upgrading Hulk anyways. And so if you can use him in to get Dormammu in Dark Dimension 5 and double dip, that's great. It's just like using Morgan Le Fay and Rogue on the legendary nodes. Makes a lot of sense. All right. Then also, so about Apocalypse. This is kind of interesting. We know the Horsemen are getting T5 Zeta Awakened abilities. This person must be a Galaxy of Heroes player. They seem strong. When we have all 4 Horsemen and their awakened abilities, how strong is Apocalypse going to have to be for his team to not want to run Dormammu instead? Like, look at how ridiculously strong Dormammu is right now. What fresh hell is Apocalypse going to be like? And will the baby Apocalypse even be a better choice over a Max Dormammu? Just a thought. We know nothing. It makes it really hard to want to invest. Like, is the team actually going to be good, or is it only going to be good because we have to bring them all to gear tier 16 plus and Blue ISO 4? I suspect it's going to be very powerful. I mean, it could be that there'll be 3 Horsemen, Apocalypse, and Dormammu. Or maybe he will, his passive will be so powerful that you're going to want to put a whole team together in a particular game mode. We'll have to see. I get it. For me, I just want to say that Morgan Le Fay did not disappoint. Rogue did not disappoint. And we have to see the next 2 Horsemen, but I'm not predicting that we're going to have any disappointment on Apocalypse. Also, just as a reminder, there's artificial emulation in the web store, and then also to scroll all the way down to the bottom. Let me refresh this right here and collect this. Just don't want to forget to refresh this right here. Boy, this is kind of laggy sometimes. There we go. Collect our free stuff by going to the web store. Let's get into offer review. We've got a bunch of things to talk about here. And first things first, Hulkbuster offers. I feel like a lot of people are disappointed that it's $50. Kind of like a lot of people disappointed the way they released Gambit. That was actually pretty insulting. But anyways, there was someone on Reddit that posted like, how many would have bought their first character ever if it was a $25 release. So we will see how that plays out. But I don't have the numbers. I'd like to see the numbers on the Gambit event. My goodness. Nuclear Family. I know there's probably said that wrong. Nuclear. I don't have any idea. These are the proper Viv orbs that give a minimum 6, maximum of 180, average 9.3. Value them at $3 a piece. That doesn't quite add up. That's an Armory 14. Maybe that's worth 50 cents. Adamantium Assassin offer. So this is 75 character shards for $20. She is hard node farmable. I personally don't purchase characters once I've gotten them to 6 stars. I feel like I'm just going to let them naturally grow to 7 stars, however that is through free-to-play methods, because I find them to be usually as effective at 6 stars to 7 stars. There's some exceptions, of course. Maybe I'll make an exception for Rogue. We will see. You know what I mean? There's always exceptions to all these little things. And then we've got a anchor pricing right here, $20 for an Elite 4. Anchor pricing, $35 for an Elite 5, when that just means those are the top price. That's kind of the pricing that they put out there. So when they actually have a lower price, it feels better. Like when they try to sell this for, let's say, $20. And then right here, gold promotion credit offers. You buy this 3 times for $150. That'll give you enough gold promotion credits to take a single character from 5 red to 6 red. Ouch, super pricey. Kraken snack for sure. And then these are for Legacy 3s, and nobody's giving me a compelling reason to say that's good. We've got Pestilent Orb Party Pack. So this is for Morgan Le Fay. If you're just looking for Morgan Le Fay, 3.54 per orb. And there is a lot of other very good things inside these orbs for sure. Kind of pricey way, but that is for getting Morgan Le Fay up to the next star level. Now, there is a $100 offer for 6,000 SBCs, so they are definitely cashing out on this artificial scarcity with orange gear. I believe once they've flushed out all the purchasers of SBCs and catalysts, then maybe if we're so lucky, then there'll be more available. But this kind of feels like that they're flushing out the last wave of spending. I hope. We'll have to see. Mini unique bundle, boy, there we go. I think this is a fantastic deal. Again, 30 character shards twice for $5. 2 amazing characters. If you're want some amazing characters, specifically Kestrel, plug and play. If you're a new player, Kestrel is just such a great plug and play character. Doesn't require a team. She just is amazing. And then we've got 50 character shards for $5. Maybe they'll make her farmable. That's the other thing too, is when they start putting things like this out for sale, you kind of wonder if they're going to make them more available and farmable here in the intermediate future. We'll see. Red Star Ultimate Pack, I value these at $1.50 a piece, so we're not even close. There was a $15 offer for 30,000 fragments a couple weeks ago, so this is not a great deal. Trash. All right. I love this offer. A lot of people ask me what I think. Yes, I think this is a great offer. If you compare it to this right here, which is an offer that I do like very much, $10 for a million gold and 4 gold orbs. Basically, this gives you 3 times as much plus an extra 250,000. So it's basically, like if you were buying this offer twice, which I have done, and I probably end up buying all these offers here because I need to get Hulkbuster up and running sooner than later for sure. All right, so 2 gold offers, very, very reasonable. And then I also am a fan of the training materials offers if you need. There was a better training material offer yesterday, but it's already gone. T4 ability material, they have sold for $10, 125 T4s. So that is not an exceptional deal. That's a very normal deal. Same thing. They have sold 125 for $10 in the past. They boosted this a little bit, but there is a $5 offer from time to time that gives it was tied to Legacy 2 orbs, which will give 350 to 400 in that package for $5. So that's not really great. It's not, but that offer is not currently running right now. So let's move on. Gear, no bueno, no good. Let's keep moving on. And then let's see. I want to get to these outrageously priced. These are some of these SBCs. Superior basic catalyst offers. So I just want to talk about this. $100 offers are becoming more and more common. Remember when Nick Fury came out and they had those Kree offer? I can't even remember what it was, but it was $100 and how outraged people were. Someone the other day showed me Star Trek Fleet Command having over 40 $100 offers for sale at any given time. So this is becoming normalized. I can't really get into it. My goodness, that's just so pricey. 6,000 for $100. So do what you got to do. I feel like Krakens everywhere are just gobbling these up. There's another one, $2,800 for $60. Of course, the other one's better. And then we've got $20 for $850 and so on. The offer that really has a lot of people's attention is this $100 offer right here, $2,500. I know for me personally, what's holding me back from upgrading my Hulkbuster is this right here. So $100 for 2,500 of these would probably alleviate the artificial bottleneck. So I think that a lot of the heavy spenders that I've talked to have already purchased this, and it makes a lot of sense if you want to upgrade characters quickly. So I haven't made up my mind. I've got a very specific budget that I stick to every month. And so I have to look to see what is in the budget. And if it is in the budget, then I may pull the trigger on this offer here. But I do think I think they're going to sell a ton of these, and it is a Kraken snack for sure. Let's move on. And we got to scroll down to the bottom. All of this is pretty much normal, basic stuff. Right here, we've got T2 level 4 ion sales. So this is to take a character from Blue ISO 3 to Blue ISO 4, which requires 715,000. That's $100. That's going to be one of the main requirements for getting a baby Apocalypse. So that used to be $150. So they've dropped the pricing. Well, they used to sell $250 for $50, and so you'd have to buy it 3 times for $150. So this is the lowest price that they've sold this for so far. Still, again, kind of crack and snack category, basically spending $100 to upgrade one character from Blue ISO 3 to Blue ISO 4. Seems a little bit pricey if you ask me. All right, Armory 16 orb offer. This has got a total of 70 gear tier teal pieces that are needed for gear tier 16, which is the primary bottleneck for getting into Dark Dimension 5. I have purchased this in the past when I was going towards getting Dormammu. Augmented Tech Gear offer. This is the brand new gear tier 17 pieces. This is super pricey. These are like $3 a piece. My goodness. Whenever stuff comes out first, to be first is going to be the most expensive. So that's deep into super Kraken territory right there. All right, let's scroll down to the bottom because we've got a one core offer, and then we have two offers that are different on the free-to-play account, and then we'll be wrapped up with offer review. Don't forget to scroll all the way down here to get the one core offer. Okay. And then the first offer on the free-to-play account is this Kree offer for Nick Fury, 150 times 5 for $35. That will help you get Nick Fury. So that is, he's a legendary character that requires minions. Unfortunately, these characters are not good. But I was just thinking about how controversial that $100 offer way back in the day, I guess 4 years ago or so. And we were just like blown away with a $100 offer. But now we've got a $35 offer. There's one other offer on the free-to-play account. I'm just going to list what it is rather than scrolling all the way down. It is for Spider-Man. I believe it is a $10 offer for 180 character shards and a mega orb. And I think that is a great deal as well. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.